If you sell cupcakes and they go bad in a few days, then I've got a solution for you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing a standard cupcake recipe. I'm also going to be sharing how to preserve these cupcakes to last way longer than usual. And I'm also going to be sharing with you how to brand, package, and sell these cupcakes to make profit. Hello people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On this channel I share cake recipes, tricks, hacks, tips, sales and marketing strategies, and so much more. Sharing some of the ingredients I'm going to be using: 1 margarine or butter, there is sugar, I have all-purpose flour, eggs, and I'll be using 5 eggs, but I will measure to be sure, baking powder, and the secret ingredient, and of course vanilla flavor. These are cupcake liners. They make your work so easy, so you don't need to oil the pan. And these are cupcake pans, so all I need to do is just place the cupcake liner inside the pans. No need to oil it. And I noticed that a lot of people do not know how to use measuring scale, so I'll be sharing how to measure properly using measuring scale in this video. For most scales, you will see the off and on button, and then you see the reset button, and then you see units, so you can change from gram to ounces and so much units. So when you put on your scale, it comes to 0. So by the time you add whatever you want to use to measure, it's going to read that measurement. So what you need to do is take it back to 0, or you don't put it on at all till you put your measuring bowl. So but now I'm going to take this back to 0 using the reset button. You can see that it's on 0 now, so I can now add whatever I want to measure. So I'm going to be measuring the margarine for this recipe, which is 250 grams. So let's see how that goes. Can you see that this measurement is accurate? Unlike using the manual scale, you would have to guess, but with this we have an accurate measurement. So 250 grams, and that's it. Moving on, I want to measure another thing inside the same bowl. I'll reset it back to 0, and then I'll start measuring again. So it's back to 0 now, and then I'm pouring the sugar, which is 200 grams, and I would have another accurate measurement. So that's how you use the measuring scale. With this method, you are going to get accurate results after baking, and you would really love your result, and you'll be sure that yes, I did the right thing. Now let's proceed to make cupcakes. I would mix the margarine and sugar till it is light and fluffy. So you are going to see the different stages that this mixture will go through, from being so yellow and hard to being light and fluffy. Remember to scrape your bowl at intervals while you mix. So the time that you are going to mix depends largely on the kind of mixer that you use. So I'm also going to be showing you how to measure eggs properly. So when you want to measure eggs, you put on your scale as usual. You do not measure your eggs with the shell. For this recipe, we'll be using 250 grams of eggs, and we're going to measure it without the shell. So you can see the way I'm dropping the egg. Each one now, this one is about 52 grams. Some will not be up to 52 grams. So sometimes when they say 5 eggs is equal to 250 grams, sometimes your 5 eggs might not be up to 250 grams. And also when you are measuring egg, ensure you break it into separate bowls before you pour it into your main bowl, because sometimes the eggs are usually bad, and you don't want to have measured about 20 eggs and then one bad egg will spoil everything. So now I have my 250 grams. I wanted to measure 250 grams, but it has exceeded the 250 grams, so I just took out some part of it, and I have my accurate measurements. Now let's continue with our cake making. I'll be adding the eggs one at a time into the butter and sugar mixture, and then I'll mix thoroughly. So after this is done, I would mix my dry ingredient. That's my all-purpose flour, baking powder, and sorbic acid, which is a preservative. So I'll be using all-purpose flour 250 grams, baking powder 2 tsp and 1/4 tsp. Then sorbic acid, which is a preservative, is going to be 1/2 tsp. So I'll give this a good mix, and then I would use the spatula to fold everything in. At this point you don't need to over mix, because there is flour in the mixture, and if you overmix, your gluten will develop and it will make the cake hard. I added the flavor, which is half TSP, and then I gave everything a good mix to combine properly. So now I'm going to be lining my pan with the cupcake liner. So when you're using cupcake liner, you do not need to use butter to oil your pan anymore, because by the time you are bringing out your cupcake, everything will just be coming out neatly. So I'll fill the pans with the cake batter, the one I'm using cupcake liner for, and these other pans are the regular pans in the market. You can also use this one, but bear in mind that these ones are a bit bigger than the regular cupcakes. But you can do your costing properly to know how much you're going to sell each one. So now I'm going to be baking for about 35 minutes, and now the cupcakes are ready. Aside the sorbic acid being the preservative, the sugar in this recipe is also a preservative. Apart from these two, I baked it a little longer for 35 to 40 minutes. This makes the cake come out brown and reducing the moisture inside it. Also, I avoided using milk. So all of these features make the cake last longer for at least 1 to 2 weeks. You avoid using milk, either powder or liquid. Also avoid reducing the quantity of sugar stated in your recipe, and also bake for a longer period of time. I did not say you should bake for 1 hour, so 35 to 40 minutes is okay for cupcakes. Now this is what the cupcake looks like after baking. So I'm just about to cut it open. You can see that it is well baked, evenly baked. It looks so good, right? Now let me have a bite. It tastes so amazing. For the one that we didn't use liner, it's easy to remove. Just make sure that you've oiled your pan using margarine, and then you added flour. Use the tip of a knife and voila, look at that. So this kind of cupcakes are easily sold at supermarkets. You can be supplying schools. You can put a show glass in front of your house or your shop and sell it. So it's very easy to sell. You can even have an online store leveraging on social media to sell this kind of cupcakes. You can also supply it to stores around you. There are some stores that sells provisions mainly. Supply to them and they will sell for you, and you get your own money. Revenue generated. So now let's talk about packaging. I have 3 different sizes of nylons here: a small one, medium size, and a little bit big one. So I'm going to pack them differently, and you would see the different ways that you can pack these cupcakes. So you can brand it using your sticker, design a sticker for yourself, and if you cannot, give it out to graphic designers, let them print for you, cut it into your desired size, and then place it on your packaged cake, so that wherever anybody takes your cake, they would be able to reach out to you if they love it. Of course they would love it. So these are the different ways you can package your cupcakes. You can even devise other means, not necessarily this one, but you can see that the one that has ribbon is popping compared to the other two. So if your brand color is red or gold, for instance, now imagine how it's going to come out. You can also use this gold twine that looks like twine, just the little one. They are also beautiful. So you can send these out to stores, to supermarkets. You can sell it yourself, own your brand and market it shamelessly. I hope you learned a lot in this video and I hope you enjoyed it. Like I always say, start now, start small, dream big. Do not procrastinate. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.